First boyfriend. Next question for that one. Hi guys, it's Makeup Ray and welcome back to my channel. I thought that'd be quite interesting for me to do a my first time video because I know that some people wouldn't know my first time doing certain things, if you know what I'm saying. Just joking, we're wholly up in this house. Yeah, I thought that would be quite interesting for me to do that for you guys today. First question is your first pet. So in my household we've had quite a few pets, but the first ones I can remember is our pet rabbit. It's called Coco and Snowflake. So Coco was a brown rabbit, but you know, one day he came back and he was just gone. Okay, this is a bit of a conspiracy theory, but we came back one day and we had an au pair at the time then, and she was like, oh, the fox must have just come and eaten it. And there was blood on the floor and there was hairs there, but we were like, how would the fox get into this cage? Because we had like a big outside cave thing which the fox wouldn't have been able to open. So we were like, I don't know, did she take the rabbit, kill it and go and eat it at home in her stew or something like that? It was a bit weird. But then Snowflake stayed with us for quite a while and he lasted for quite a few years, like until I was like maybe 12 or something. I was actually the one who found him dead. It's kind of still traumatic. I think he died during the night because when I found him he was like rock solid and frozen cold, and he fell asleep against his food bowl and he had like an indent in his body of that shape. Yeah, it was very traumatizing, but we buried him in our garden, you know, rest in peace Snowflake. But yeah, that was our first pet that I can remember us having. I think before that we might have had hamsters and fishes. Of course everyone has fishes, but those are the ones that I remember like being proper pets first. The first friend that I can probably remember would be from primary school. So I went to one school and then one day my mum was like, hi guys, just want to let you know we're actually moving you to a new school that's close to our house. Even though we had to travel quite far, like this school was amazing, it was the best school ever, and then it just got uplifted and uprooted and then we were transferred to a new school. My friend in that school, she was a girl that was a bit, you know, quite big, and then one day we had a swimming lesson and I was just swimming underwater and it was blue. Next thing it went pitch black and I was just struggling. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? And then what just happened? And then my other friend was like, oh, your friend just swam over you. And I was actually like, I was a stick back then, so even though I'm 3 now, but I was a stick then. And it was just crazy. I was like, you could have killed me, like I could have drowned in that instant. And she was just laughing like, oh. It was funny. But that's one thing that I always remember about my friend from that school. My first crush. So that would probably be my first school. There was, right, so my brother was friends with a boy in his year in that school, and I was friends with a boy in my year in that school. But my brother's friend and my friend were also brothers at the same time, if you get what I'm trying to say. So we were kind of like a squad and a posse, and I think that would probably have to be my first crush because I was kind of a tomboy back then. So that was like my closest guy friend. I was like, oh, you know, you're so cute, like let's run around in the fields together. But yeah, that's the first person I can probably remember from that. First celebrity crush. Okay, so this is a big one. Like my family know this. My first crush was Tiny Temper. Like he was also my first CD. Like I loved him so much. His first album was a banger. It was a hit. Like I know all the words to that song. I love this song so much. So like it, didn't like it, no my friends they don't like it, they don't like it. So being a noble citizen, if you can see me. Such a good song. Alright, I'm gonna stop singing that. But yeah, that was my first crush. Like I love Tiny Temper so much. Like he's also really good looking, like he's hot, you can't even deny that. So that also played a part in it, but I loved his music. Like Pass Out and Frisky. Childhood song. First boyfriend. Next question for that one. I'm the type of person, like if a boy looks at me, I'm just like turn around and walk in the other direction because I'm just a weirdo like that. But second year, like my eyes are open, like I'm ready to find the one, if you know what I'm trying to say. First drink. So I don't know if it means my first ever drink because that would probably have to be breast milk, right, which is a bit weird. but if it means first alcoholic drink, it'll be WKD. So my parents don't drink, there's no alcohol in my house ever. I have like 2 bottles of vodka in my cupboard there because I can't drink it, but yeah. And my aunt, she drinks, so she would bring alcohol over at Christmas, and then one day she was drinking WKD from the fridge, like, and I was like, can I have some please? I'm old enough, I just want to try it. And I tried it. Amazing. It's quite sweet, and I like sweet stuff as well, so that's why I like that drink. But WKD was my first alcoholic drink, which is kind of weird when you think about it. My first job. This is kind of a tricky question because I don't want to mention the name because they're kind of rubbish, and I did a job for them a few days and there's a temporary job. But I worked as a sales assistant in a retail store, and yeah, that's all I can say. The smell of the shop made me sick. The time went by slowly, the staff was rude, and you know, next time when they call me, when they're like, "Hi ma'am, actually I call you for a temporary job, not full-time job, because we don't give a commitment, but you have to know what few days to come." I'd be like, no, sorry, I am broke, I have no money, but I'm not going to stoop down that low, you know, even McDonald's treats their staff better. Yeah, that's what I would say, basically. That's why I know it's a bad job, because I've had other jobs where the environment is good and like, time goes by and everything's just fine, so yeah, that's my first job. My first time being away from home. So I can actually give 2 instances of this. The first time is that I went to Nigeria when I was 2. The strange thing is, I have a weird memory of being in Nigeria wearing red sandals and putting my feet on the sand and my feet burning, and going to like this church place where it smelled like poo, and it was like 7 years of age, but I've never been to Nigeria since I was 2. So I don't know where that memory came from. I don't know if it's like another life, like reincarnation, my past life, even though I don't believe in that, but it's weird. And in terms of not being with my family, it would be year 6 when I went to Celium. That was amazing. That was the best trip ever. It was my first time being away from home, and everyone was crying like, oh my gosh, I miss my mother so much. I was there like, I'm enjoying my life, like, get it, like, I don't want to go home. So I'm that type of person who doesn't get homesick, like, I just never am. And it was just so fun. I was a tomboy back then, so there was lots of rock climbing, kayaking, walking through the mud, all that stuff. It was just so fun. Yeah, it's just nice to be with your friends, isn't it? So that would be my first time away. My first Instagram photo. So for me, this isn't going to be that bad because my family was like, you can't get any social media to it's the age that it says you can, and it was 13 for Instagram and for Facebook. So it was just this. Oh, phone's charging. It was just a photo like that. So not even that bad. It's crazy. I can also show my first Facebook photo. And what's quite ironic about this is the fact that I took this photo during golden hour, even though I only recently, like, not recently, but found out what that is. It's quite funny. So I was hanging out with my friends, and we were at a park in the area, and the sun was shining, and back then my thing was red lipstick. That's what I used to wear, and I was like, wow, this is going to be so good for a photo. So I just took this photo here like this. I still like this photo, like, I still think it's pretty good. I think it's quite artistic. Alright, and I took this with my BlackBerry. It's so funny because I didn't have a front facing camera, so I literally turned it around and I would have been like this with the photo. Oh, you can actually see my BlackBerry here in this photo. This was a time when I had not eaten my past self. If you get the joke, you get the joke. So that was my first time video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it interesting, you know, all the backstories behind some things happening in my life. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.